Good evening and welcome to Mitchell Field in sunny, sense-making Swift Current, Saskatchewan, where we got us a matchup tonight between the Swift Current 57s and the Weyburn Beavers. Ryan Schweitzer bringing you the action. It's my first time doing this in a minute. It's 57s. Haven't had a home game since July 4th. I had that one off. So anyway, great to be back in the saddle and joining us, my friend and yours, the incomparable Derek Nurnberg in the house. Nurnsy, how we doing tonight, man?
Oh, we're doing good. Thanks for having me, Schweitz. You know, for those who don't know, which is probably everybody listening, Ryan and I became colleagues back when I was doing some work with the Regina Red Sox when they rejoined the league in 2005.
The glory days, yeah.
Yeah, we kind of kept in touch over the years. We've been talking about calling a game together for a while, and it's great that we finally got it to work out. So we got a beautiful 24-degree night for baseball, so let's have some fun tonight, partner.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And, you know, looking at it, there's just a little bit of a breeze blowing out to left field, and we'll take that because, as we know, the wind keeps the mosquitoes down, and we're not big fans of that. But, yeah, we got the Swift Current 57s and the Weyburn Beavers. Two teams that, are still struggling to find their footing, and they better find it quick as we're getting into the midway point of July here. But, two teams in the bottom part of the standings. But, yeah, they got that small-town Saskatchewan rivalry. And you're certainly no stranger to small towns in Saskatchewan.
Yeah, that's for sure. Born and raised in Esterhazy, Saskatchewan. And it didn't matter how you did all year long. As long as you beat Langenberg, that's all that mattered.
Oh, that's the small-town rival of
Esther
Crazy,
yeah,
eh?
That's right, yeah.
Nice. So I'm going to put you on the spot a little bit here. So I know that, you used to be a high-ranking hockey official. And I'm sure you've made many a trip to Weyburn. Tell me something interesting about Weyburn, and no, you're not allowed to reference the KFC buffet. You got to go something besides that.
Weyburn's famous for the KFC buffet, but outside of that,
world-renowned even, yep.
Yeah, other than that, yeah, fantastic people down there. Hospitality was always good. Ref many an SJHL game down there, and they always treated us well. So great to see. Great to see good showing for them tonight in the stands as well. A lot of fans made the trip up from Weyburn tonight.
Well, yeah, and by the sounds of it, there's a 11U baseball game happening in Swift, or a tournament that's happening. So that's why we had all the kids out taking the field with the pregame there. And, great to see so many of them make the trip to the WCBL park as Riker Ratcliffe getting the start on the mound for the 57s. We'll tell you about his numbers just a little bit here. Ratcliffe, this is going to be appearance number 9 on the year for him. 28 1/3 innings of work, 9.21 earned run average. 16 strikeouts on the year, so we'll see if he can get good command of his stuff here against a potent Weyburn lineup here. Ratcliffe working against Ryan Muselar out of Grand Forks, North Dakota. You ever been to Grand Forks?
I've never been. Minot State Fair, been many a time, though.
Yo, nothing but good times there,
Nothing but good times at the Minot State Fair.
Muselar, and on deck is going to be Noah Brooks, the native of Langley, BC, and Surrey, BC's Ryan Dauphiny, who is among the league leaders in runs batted in. So it's going to be a leadoff walk here as Muselar does a good job of just keeping the lumber on the shoulder, and he'll take the pass to first base. And, Ryan Dauphiny, he's a guy who's been around the league for a while. He's the guy on deck. He's among the league leaders in RBI, and the Weyburn Beavers haven't had a ton of success, but when they're able to set the table for him to eat and drive runs in, that's when they are successful. So 57s have to be mindful of that.
Anytime you get the leadoff runner on, you're in business.
Well, yeah, and that's something that Riker Ratcliffe and the 57s, they'll have to be conscious of that runner on at first base. You get the leadoff guy on. Not sure about Muselar's propensity to go for bags here. We'll take a minute and load up the old stat machine here with the exceedingly speedy internet here at Mitchell Field. Stolen bases for Muselar? None. Oh, chop foul. Good energy in the park tonight, eh?
Yeah, it's always nice when you get lots of kids here tonight, too. The kids, they're always excited to come to a ball game. And like we mentioned earlier, we got a good night for it here, so.
What brings you out here? Because you're living in, BC nowadays, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm up in Dawson Creek, BC. I make my annual trip around back to Saskatchewan to visit friends and family, and we're kind of in the middle of it right now, but it was nice to make it work that we could make the trip down from Regina to Swift Current tonight, so.
Nice breaking ball from Riker Ratcliffe. We'll go through the 57's defensive starters. Ratcliffe pitching to Lewis Ayala, Casey Prychek at first, Rydell Adair at second, Trig Mapes at short, Wilmer Enriquez at third, Silas Hilton, Jose Ayala, and Braxton Vale making up the outfield going from left to right. This is Noah Brooks at the plate right now with Ryan Dauphiny in the on-deck area. Brooks hitting at a .306 batting average heading into tonight's festivities. They had a massive lineup for the beer booth earlier, but I think they've managed to get that under control. And a called strike 3-0. Batter not agreeing with that assessment. As heading to the plate now, the aforementioned Ryan Dauphiny, one of the big RBI guys. See, look at that, Nernzy. That's a nice little crowd shot we got going.
We're going to have to duck under the table. Maybe they play some Coldplay. We'll duck under the table.
I was just going to say, in that shot, I don't know if I can spot any CAOs hanging out with the Human Resources Director tonight or not. But anyway, that's the camera shot. You all plan accordingly. Don't want to embarrass anyone. Oh, man.
We'll check with our DJ in between innings, see if he's got any Coldplay to put on.
Oh. Looking the runner back to first is Riker Radcliffe. What a what a situation that was.
Whoa.
And little chin music there. Up and in. I've never been in the batter's box. I've never faced 80-plus coming at me, but I imagine that would make the heart skip a beat or two.
Well, it looked like Radcliffe just reached back for something there and just maybe let it fly a little too hard. Looked like it just slipped out of his hand there.
Down and away, and it's a 3-1 count or 2-1 right now, the count, to a dangerous hitter, and Ryan Dauphiny. Braden Mayencourt out of Langley, BC on deck. Oh, one hopper, and that'll allow the runner to river dance his way to second base. Runner in scoring position with one down. 57's a little bit of hot water right now, trying to spin themselves out of trouble here. 3-1 count to a guy who drives in lots of runs, and there's a runner in scoring position. See what Riker Ratcliffe and the 57's defense have in store here, down and away. And not the worst thing to happen. You fill that empty bag at first. You effectively take the lumber out of the hands of a dangerous RBI guy, maybe one of those unintentional, intentional walk type scenarios.
That's true. Yeah, pass ball kind of a moot point at this point, but see if Ratcliffe having a quick chat with the catcher here, see if they can kind of get on the same page here.
Get on the same page, get the signal sorted out with that runner on the pitcher's 6. Braden Mayencourt out of Langley, BC. Nice little town, Langley. You ever been there?
Been there a couple times. It's busy down there. I'm not much for the city.
For the big city,
for
Vancouver?
The big city,
yeah.
It's organized chaos. It's a nice place to visit.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Wouldn't want to live there. Couldn't afford to live there. All right, so here's what the situation has us situated with here. Braden Mayencourt stepping in. 1 down, 2 on. This first inning is brought to you by Simply Spiked Lemonade. Simply Spiked. It's what the broadcaster's drinking. And you're doing the WCBL lager. What do you think of that?
It's not bad. The guys in line in front of me were giving it a go, so I figured when in Rome.
No, and they do a good job with it. Like it's a good cross promotion thing with Pile of Bones. They got those available at every ballpark. Nice little option for fans. Popped up, could be playable. Luis Ayala right at the backstop, and he makes the catch. Good job by Ayala. Mayencourt not happy with how that played out. You have the opportunity to drive in a run or two, and ends up popping out to the catcher. He'll have another few opportunities tonight for redemption. And that'll bring Ian Heck to the plate. Look at that, I got the Apple Watch loud environment. Crowd going bananas over that. Fly out in foul territory. Good job, Mitchell Field crowd. There's a look at him again there. Nothing in 1 the count. 2 down here. barely a breeze. One hopper into the chest protector of Luis Ayala. As the crowd continues to fill up here, good buzz. One and one the count. Oh. Lumber to baseball. And one is going to score. Beavers strike first. And that'll bring Trevor Dale to the plate, hitting a .301 clip this year. All right, there we go. Also got a score keep on this iPad here.
You're busy up here.
Ooh, we're multitasked. One person doing a few jobs. We got to keep costs down. That's key, right?
Inflation and tariffs and all that.
Oh, right. 1-0 count. Dale at the plate as Riker Ratcliffe fastball in. Dale, native of West Valley City, Utah. Shout out to everyone listening in Utah tonight. 2-0 count. 2 away. Popped up. Oh, incoming.
Just over our heads here. You ever have one coming here, partner?
Melville.
Melville?
Back when Melville had a team in the league, there were a few times, yeah, just the height of the backstop and where the broadcast booth was. And I remember there was one time I was there, and there was a pitcher out of Northern California who was doing color with me that night. You know, he was a guy who just pitched the day before, so he obviously wasn't going to go in, right? And, yeah, there was a foul ball that came into the broadcast booth, and I hit the deck. I, ducked out of the way like I was a CAO that just got put on a Jumbotron with my side piece. Like, I got out the way in a hurry. And he chirped me about that for years. Still does. So if that situation ever happens again, I know, it's no, try and make the play on it, right? Don't be scared of a foul ball.
Well, especially if you're on camera, you got to make the catch.
Oh, exactly.
You got to haul that in. You got to at least make an effort.
Yep. No, I didn't. I did not. The situation presented itself, and I did not step up. Ground ball hit to third, and Enriquez puts together a 5-3, and that'll do it. The Weyburn Beavers are going to leave a couple out there. 1 run on 1 hit, no 57 errors, and a couple left on base. 1-0. Swift on the sticks shortly here on Flow Sports. Silas Hilton leading off for the hometown 57s. Bottom of the first inning. Swift trailing 1-0 to the Weyburn Beavers. Ryan Schweitzer. Derek Nurnberg bringing you the action here. We just got the briefing from the promotions person here that home runs equal chicken sandwiches for lucky fans. As Silas Hilton puts lumber to baseball and singles up the middle. 57s have the leadoff guy on. They're happy with that. Starting tonight on the mound for the Weyburn Beavers, Dylan Parton. First initial D, Parton. This will be his 9th appearance, 32 1/3 innings of work. He struck out 33 and walked only 9, 6.68 earned run average. He is a lefty who likes to strike guys out. Silas Hilton, Rydell Adair, who's at the plate right now, and Wilmer Enriquez, the native of New Brunswick, New Jersey, due up for the Swift Current 57s here in the bottom of the first inning. Picturesque night for baseball game here in Swift Current. Ground ball, foul. We were talking about it before the game. Remember that old sweat box in Regina? Where the scorekeepers and the play-by-play people worked out of? It's a little spicy in here, too.
Yeah, it's still better than those 38-degree nights in Regina sitting in the metal box with no breeze whatsoever. They got air conditioning now, though. They brag about it.
Oh, soft.
It's one of those old man
Oh, Rydell Adair.
It's one of those old man yells at Cloud Rants. Back in my day.
Right. Wilmer Henriquez, New Jersey native. Among the league's best home run hitters right here, this guy. Got 8 tanks this year.
The leadout man on here would be a good time to step into one.
Oh, could be trouble. No, getting a fine beat on that in center field is Noah Brooks. A loud out, but an out nonetheless. And that'll bring one of the Ayalas to the plate. This is Jose. Twin brothers from Panama City playing for the team, Jose and Luis Ayala. This is Jose. Got some good walk-up music.
I like it, yeah.
Got to get the people hot. 5 home runs, 23 RBI on the year for this young man at the plate for the 57s, Jose Ayala. Brother Lewis is making a trip to the WCBL All-Star Game tomorrow in Okotoks. You ever been to that ballpark in Okotoks?
I've not, but I've heard a lot about it.
Got to check that out, yeah. They do a great job there. Oh, Oppo. Right field, and another loud out, and that'll do it for the 57s as the Weyburn Beavers behind Dylan Parton make quick work of the home team here. 1 is left stranded, top of 2 coming up. 1-0 Beavers here on Flow Sports.
The live sports experience is changing. Teams and facilities are under pressure to provide online and in-venue entertainment. IKS Live has the right team to deliver. We provide service across North America and produce the best fan experience in the seats or streaming to you. ICAST Live continues to bring you the best seat in the house.
And welcome back to Mitchell Field and Swift Current. Ryan Schweitzer, Derek Nurnberg bringing you the balls and strikes between the Swift Current 57s and the Weyburn Beavers. 2-1 count now to Zach Tanabe, native of Hawaii, working against Riker Ratcliffe in the 57s as Tanabe's bat snaps impotently into the vacant air for a 2-2 count. He is the leadoff hitter in the top of the second. Weyburn Beavers with a 1-0 lead as the hometown fans attempt to clap Tanabe out. It's a foul ball. I think that got him in the shoe. Fouls it off of himself. And the count remains 2-2. Riker Ratcliffe, pitch number 34 of his evening. 5 pitches into the top of the second inning.
Throw it there again. I always used to love it at the plate back when I played, when you foul one off your shoe and the pitcher throws it in the exact same spot again.
Yeah.
Isn't that like it just
goes back to that breaking ball, and yeah, 3-2.
You grit your teeth and swing away and hope for the best.
Yeah. Any competitive edge you can get. Oh. Fly ball, center field. Jose Ayala. First out.
Ayala with a good read on it there. Nice jump. Turns it into a can of corn.
Yeah, nice read off the bat head. Ayala, this is his second summer in Swift Current. He played a lot of outfield last year, but did a lot of time in right field. And as a defensive player, lots of improvement this year over last year. You know, if it's playable in center field, he'll catch the ball, make the play. Stepping in now is Luke Malzewski, native of Seattle. Great city to visit, Seattle.
It is an entertaining town, yeah.
Oh, there's another shot to the aforementioned Jose Ayala.
You ever do the underground tours in Seattle?
I didn't know. What underground?
You got to look it up. So, quick history lesson. So Seattle was regraded after it was originally founded. So there's all these underground tunnels that were at the original grade of when the city was first built. So
Really?
They built the older parts of Seattle, they actually built on top of what was originally there.
Really? Note when Oppo shot, and that's going to fall in for a seeing eye single. That's the number 9 hitter, Bryker Smith out of Sturgis, Saskatchewan. But anyway, you were saying, so go ahead.
You'll have to look it up. I probably did a terrible job of explaining it there, but it's if you ever go back, make sure you do that. There's some really, really neat findings there.
Yeah, when we were there, of course you do the Pike Place Fish Market.
Well, you have to.
We had like a really, really cool experience at the Pike Place Fish Market when we were there. We can talk a little bit about Seattle here. Breaking ball in. So we go to Pike Place, and I've actually been to Seattle a couple times. So this was the second time we went. I knew what to expect, but there was like a film set going on there. Like big camera crew and everything, and, you know, people who were like roping off certain areas. And we were actually in Seattle because my wife and daughter were going to go to a Taylor Swift concert there.
Of course.
Swifties, right? My son and I went to the aquarium. They went to Taylor Swift. Anyway, so we're sitting there and we're like, holy cow, like what's happening at the fish market here? Ground ball. And that is flipped to second, and they get the force at second. Hold that thought. This is a good story. It's actually baseball related. So we'll hold that thought. We'll finish the Seattle thought after this. 1-0 Beavers lead it. Bottom of 2 coming up here on Flow Sports. So finishing that story from earlier, the Seattle story, is a kid from Weyburn from Seattle, or a kid playing for Weyburn from Seattle. Anyway, so we go to the Pike Place Fish Market. Cameras everywhere, great big film production and everything. We're there for a Taylor Swift concert, so we're thinking, like, holy cow, is Taylor Swift going to, like, roll up here or something? So all of a sudden, this big black SUV rolls up with the tinted windows and everything. And you know, whoever this big deal is for is coming out of that SUV. So we're all just kind of sitting there waiting, like, oh, who's going to come out of the SUV, right? Door opens, out pops, in baseball uniform, Ken Griffey Jr.
No way.
Yeah, Ken Griffey Jr. He shows up there, and then, like, we didn't know why, like, what he was doing there. And it was funny. I actually snapped a picture of it, and this one person who was, like, a staffer there, like, gave me heck for taking a picture. She's like, no, this is a closed set. You can't do that. Anyway, so as it turns out, are you a big Macklemore fan?
A little bit.
So he's got that one song called Downtown.
Right.
And there's that one line where it's like, and I don't know if you've ever seen the music video, stop by Pike Place throwing fish to a player, and then they toss the fish, and then Ken Griffey Jr. catches it.
Oh, so that's
what they were shooting.
Okay.
It was part of a Macklemore video. So yeah.
Did you make it into the video?
I did not make, no, only Ken Griffey and the fish were the only two beings there that were a part of it as Casey Prychek steps into the batter's box. But yeah, that's, you know, the tunnels of Seattle, that's good. I like that you brought that up. Get a nice little kickback from Tourism Seattle for that here on the Flow Sports. And yeah, that was my cool Seattle story, being there for Ken Griffey Jr. catching a fish for a Macklemore video. Yeah, coolest thing, it was like 6 months later, my daughter's like, she sends me this YouTube link to this Macklemore video, and she's like, this is what was going on. So Casey Prychek in now, out of Saskatchewan. Dylan Parton made pretty quick work of the 57s in the first inning, as he's only thrown 11 pitches right now.
Riker Ratcliffe seemed to settle in nicely in the second after battling his way through the first there for Swift.
Yeah, you know, and he's been good for the 57s as Casey Prychek puts lumber to baseball. And, diving catch, Noah Brooks in center field.
Nice read there in center, got a good jump.
Yeah, Noah Brooks out of Langley. He made the dive, and there was water in the pool. Had a nice landing on that. Makes the catch.
Langley native, he's probably been to Seattle once.
Well, if I lived there, yeah, it would be a regular thing, you know?
It's beautiful.
Why wouldn't a guy? You ever been to that rink in Langley, the Langley Event Center? It's like all got made out of wood.
No, but it's gorgeous. I've seen pictures there, but
home of the Vancouver Giants hockey team.
It's a bit of a step up from the old Pacific Coliseum.
Right. Louis Ayala at the plate right now. He is all-star bound, heading to Okotoks tomorrow night to be a part of the all-star festivities. Dylan Parton had him fooled with a changeup. I like what I'm seeing from this lefty pitcher from the Beavers, Parton. He's got some good stuff. He's kind of varying his cadence a little bit. The lefties are always a little tricky, eh? Crafty lefties.
You don't see enough of them. It's one of those, you wonder if their stuff is really that good or it's just something totally different that you just don't see that often.
Ground ball, hit to third. Dale connects with Mayencourt for the 5-3 putout for out number 2.
31, the designated hitter,
Ethan Bailey. As a Swift Current homer, you want this kid to do good. Product of the Swift Current minor ball system, you know. I know back in the day when you were involved with the Red Sox, you know, you had the Brotzels and the Eisworths and the local kids.
Yeah, there was a lot of them, and they tried to.
Ground ball. Go ahead. Finish the thought. All good.
They tried, especially in the early going of the team, they tried to get everybody out to the ballpark. They like especially the pitchers, they like the local kids to pitch on during home games. But sometimes that in itself is a bit of a challenge too.
Indeed it is. But yeah, you try to get the local content, which helps out a little bit with attendance. In any event, 1-0 lead for the Weyburn Beavers, top of 3 coming up here on Flow Sports.
For more than 25 years, we've been there, helping Canadians find the extra space they need to grow and to create new memories. Access Storage. Buy Canadian, store Canadian.
And welcome back to Mitchell Field in Swift Current. 24 degrees Celsius. What are we looking at Fahrenheit for that? We got a lot of American viewers.
Around 86?
Around the,
No.
well, the ballpark would be double it and add 30, right? So like 24, double it 48, add 30. So yeah, you'd be like upper 70s, close to 80.
73, it says.
Oh, okay. Nice day here today. Oh, fly ball. Center field, Jose Ayala again. Weyburn just loving the fly out to 8 tonight. Where are we at in the batting order here? Ryan Dauphiny walked his last time up. 340 batting average. Another one of the players who's en route to Okotoks to partake in the All-Star festivities. Dauphiny, oppo shot, right field, Braxton Vale.
Lots of room.
Yep. No shortage of foul territory here in Swift, eh?
Can't really say the same for left field, though.
Yeah, left field used to have all that, but then they went and put a patio over there. Every now and then you get a frozen rope into the party deck. 57's next home action is going to be this Sunday. There's the All-Star game tomorrow in Okotoks, so everyone's got the night off except the All-Star. And then,
Speaking of the abbreviated foul territory on the left side.
Yeah.
I do like the spite fence that the doctor put up there. You got tired of fishing balls out of his swimming pool?
Yeah, right. Out in right field, yeah. Yeah, done with that. Hey, price of baseballs isn't cheap, too. You need to have a fence there.
No, we talked about the tariffs and the inflation and everything else.
What a time to be alive, eh?
The jokes write themselves. They really do.
Oh, man. 1-2 count. Ratcliffe trying to paint that outside corner and get the hitter to chase out of the zone. This is Braden Mayencourt. Nobody on here. Top of the third inning. And, yeah, Ratcliffe just trying to get him to chase out the zone. Mayencourt doing a good job of keeping the sword sheathed and not chasing after that. Full count now. 2 away. Nope. Mayencourt with a defensive swing. Fouls that into the backstop. Good vibes at Mitchell Field tonight. Oh. Rydell Adair at second base is there to make the catch, and that'll do it for the Weyburn Beavers, who go 3 up, 3 down. You talked about Ratcliffe settling in, and yeah, he's
looked nice. Yeah, he's looked good the last 2 innings. He battled through the first. Limited damage, could have been much worse. The first 2 runners on, got through it with only giving up 1 run, and he's looked good in the last 2.
Yeah, second time through the order, going smoothly so far. Bottom of 3 coming up, still a 1-0 Beavers lead here on Flow Sports.
Hey baseball fans, make sure to stay up to date with your favorite teams across the league by subscribing to the WCBL YouTube channel right now. We have tons of free coverage for you over there, including daily highlights, full archived game broadcasts, daily game day previews, plus 2 weekly shows including the WCBL Report with myself and Joe McFarland every Wednesday, and also the WCBL Game of the Week pregame show leading right up to game time every Thursday night. It's all in one spot, the WCBL YouTube channel. Subscribe today.
Oh, we almost got bit. As a Homer announcer, I'm maybe wishing we would have got bit. Trig Mapes with a very loud out to deep right field. You never want to have a hometown kid or a home team kid hit a dinger when you're in commercial. We almost got bit on that, and I would have been happy for Trig Mapes if he would have, but no.
Come up 10 feet short of the fence. We were close.
Hit it to Ryan Dauphiny, who got a good read on that in right field, right it off the bat, had to make the catch with his toes on the warning track. Now Pueblo, Colorado's Braxton Vale. First at bat of the game for the number 9 hitter coming into tonight, hitting .250 on the year. Top of the order, and Silas Hilton on deck. 1-0 lead for the Weyburn Beavers, bottom of the 3rd inning. There we go, and 1 out. Got to keep the online scoreboard, got to keep that up to date here. Lefty on lefty here. So the pitcher, Parton, won't mind that matchup as the athletically inclined Braxton Vale calls timeout. It's a gorgeous night for a baseball game. Strike 3 as Braxton Vale goes down swinging. 2 down. Pretty fly for a white guy. Solid walk-up music choice. Silas Hilton's been a fixture at the top of the order for the 57s this year. You know when you hear this song that we're turning the order over. 2 down here. Lefty pitcher against a righty hitter. Oh. Silas trying to get cagey and get a bunt down here, but off the plate. 57's only 1 hit first time through the order. Looking to get something rolling offensively. Dylan Parton has struck out a couple of the 9 batters that he's faced. 0-1 to Silas. And Hilton battling away. Fouls that off.
After an eventful first inning, we haven't had much since. I thought we were in for a real slugfest there.
The last time these teams played at Mitchell Field, I believe the score was 24-14.
It was lining up that way, the way the game started.
Oh, the seductive high ched. It can be tough to lay off those high fastballs. And Silas Hilton goes down swinging. That'll do it for the 57s in the bottom of the 3rd. Top of 4th coming up. 1-0 Weyburn here on Flow Sports. Ryan Schweitzer, Derek Nurnberg, Mitchell Field and Swift Current, the venue. The two small city teams in Saskatchewan locking horns tonight. The Swift Current 57s and the Weyburn Beavers. You know, we were talking before the game about Weyburn, and the 57s, they won back-to-back league championships in 2016 and 2017, and the path to both of those championships was actually through Weyburn, who I believe in both those years finished ahead of Swift in the standings. So they have had some success in the not-too-distant past. The postseason completion to a championship has eluded them as Ian Heck swings and then immediately regrets the decision to do so. 2-2 count.
Looked like you just guessed wrong there.
Sitting on fastball, yeah. Pitches in the dirt. Full count. Ratcliffe, 58 pitches thus far. 3-2. Strike three, got him. I like that pitch from Ratcliffe. Looked like a breaking ball on a full count. You know, 3-2, you normally see the guy go with the safe pitch, the fastball. And Heck was certainly sitting on the heater. He was out in front of it. Good gutsy pitch with a full count there from Ratcliffe.
We set him up nice, and then you, like we talked about earlier, had him guessing wrong there earlier in the count, and I think he went right back to the breaking ball there to get the strikeout. But like we mentioned, he had a bumpy first inning, but he's really settled in since.
Sure has, yeah. Nothing in one the count. One hopper. This is Trevor Dale, 0 for 1, 299 average. Utah native. Pitch down and away. The sun's starting to set in the western sky as Dale hits that skyward. Silas Hilton in left field. Calls for the ball, and out number 2.
Now has the Beavers, number 9, the shortstop, Zach Harrison.
You know, in a lot of other areas here, you get like the forest fire smoke conditions. We got the barbecue smoke in Swift. that haze that you see over the field, yeah, that's firing up the Q smoke over behind the concession there. 2 quick outs for Riker Ratcliffe in the 57s.
The barbecue scent really adds to the ambiance in the ballpark, though.
Doesn't it, though? They got good meat this year, too. I think they switched up the meat supplier. I mean, it's always been good, but, yeah, I think they get their burgers from Shaunavon. Ranch Country Meats, I believe, the meat supplier of the 57s this year. And, yeah, they've done good with them. They got, like, kind of a nice gourmet bun that they put them on, too. I'd go get one, but the lineup for the concession is a little girthy. Fly ball, center field, Jose Ayala. Out number 3. Geez, good thing we're not getting paid by the hour, Nernsey.
We've been moving quick. Yeah, the first inning, I didn't time it. The first inning dragged a bit, but we've gone through the next 2.5 here in about 5 minutes.
Bottom of 4. And Swift on the sticks right after this on Flow Sports. Welcome back to Mitchell Field. Promotional shenanigans take us to the bottom of the 4th inning. Rydell Adair leading off for the 57s here in the bottom of the 4th. These teams locked horns in Weyburn yesterday. I believe they played a doubleheader. They split that. Or was the doubleheader the day before that? So much baseball. 56 game sched. It's tough for this old boy to keep up with, Nernsey. Bottom of the 4th.
56 games in 64 days. Tough to keep track.
It's, yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot to keep track of. And, yeah, first game I've done, like the last home game for the 57s, this is their first home game in a couple weeks as they've been on the road. They were to play Monday here at Mitchell Field, but that got banged due to rain. And, yeah, here we are. It's been a minute for me. I was getting into mid-season form, and now I got to get back into it after some time off. Oh. Adair wears one, and
breaking ball right in the wallet. No, no harm done.
Yeah.
But here we go, Swift with the leadoff man on again. They're in business.
Well, yeah, and this is a guy that you want runners on base for, Wilmer Enriquez. League leader in home runs is Ethan Menard of the Saskatchewan Berries. He's got 9 on the year. This young man at the plate has 8. And he's fought injuries, so he's managed to hit those 8 and not as many at bats. But there's a shot to Ryan Dauphiny, who read that well off the bat head and
just missed it.
Yeah.
Looked like just a touch in on the hands, it sounded like.
Yep.
Gave it a ride, and like we talked about, not much wind tonight, so I don't think you're not going to get much carry. And it's not like it's 35 degrees where, you know, when you step into something, it's really going to take off.
Yeah. No, excellent point, yeah. Yeah, we haven't had the July weather. You know those dog days of summer that you get on the prairies? We had a week of that last week where, you know, the temperature was consistently above 30. But, yeah, you know, just kind of a nice day today. A lot of the players from the southern U.S., probably a little bit chilly for them.
Still wearing their hoodies.
Well, yeah, you see Jose Ayala. He's got, like, the Under Armour on underneath that, yeah. Oh, remember being at the ballpark on those cold August nights in the playoffs? Ooh.
Oh, man. Well, I was going to ask you the guys from the guys from Central America there, how do they like playing in like early May and then, yeah, towards the end of August when you get that 12-degree, you know, leaves just falling off the trees weather?
Well, it's a team that didn't make the playoffs last year
suppose,
that isn't in a playoff spot. Nernsey, I think they'd love to play in August, but I don't know if they'll be afforded that luxury at this point in the game. Yeah. And, you know, playoffs roll around, and, yeah, you know, you just, if you're – and that's the thing with this league, and I remember Harv Martinez, who used to coach the Swift Current team back in the day prior to them being called the 57s, as Ayala caught looking, and that'll be the second out here. But Harv always said it best. He said, in this league, the team that wins the championship has the most players who still want to be here. You know, like it's mid-August. You've spent a summer away from your family. You spent a summer away from your girlfriends. You know, you've been looking at your buddies on social media posting their fish pics and their
If you're Kelly
boat
Haraska,
pics.
your kids have to go back to school, so you have to leave.
Right. Shout out to Horse. But, yeah, you know, like that's the thing. Like August rolls around. I don't know what it is, but when the calendar switches to August, it's like the temperature at night drops 10 degrees, right,
Absolutely.
on the prairies here. So, I mean, that's the key to it, right? Who has the most guys who still want to be battling for a championship in August where, you know, the world has kind of moved on in mid-August from summer ball for the most part. So we'll see. So, yeah, I'm sure these guys would love the opportunity to play in August, but they got to start making hay to get themselves in a playoff position. Both these teams, as Casey Prychek, towering fly ball, center field, Noah Brooks makes the catch on that 2-0. And that'll do it for the 57s, who leave one stranded. Top of 5th coming up. We're getting close to the 7th inning stretch, and your chance to shine, eh?
We're getting there. No, not tonight.
Weyburn still leads at 1-0 heading to the 5th here on Flow Sports.
Hey baseball fans, make sure to stay up to date with your favorite teams across the league by subscribing to the WCBL YouTube channel right now. We have tons of free coverage for you over there, including daily highlights, full archived game broadcasts, daily game day previews, plus 2 weekly shows including the WCBL Report with myself and Joe McFarland every Wednesday, and also the WCBL Game of the Week pregame show leading right up to game time every Thursday night. It's all in one spot, the WCBL YouTube channel. Subscribe today.
Welcome back to the venerable Mitchell Field in northeastern Swift Current. Had to think about that for a second, get my bearings about me and my easts and wests. It's a cool spot for a ballpark here. Like, it's kind of the highest point in Swift Current, which is good because there's lots of dirt underneath the park. So on rainy days, it tends to
Drains
absorb.
well.
Yep, absorbs water real good. But yeah, it's a really cool look when you're driving through Swift Current at night and there's a game going on and the lights are here, because the lights just tower over everything. So you can see for miles that there's a ball game here. It's a few umpires in the stands disagreeing with the one behind the plate's assessment of some of Riker Ratcliffe's offerings. Ratcliffe, 4 innings of work. He's only allowed 2 hits and 1 earned run. Struck out 2 and walked 2. You know, you touched on it, Nernsey. He's had a solid start. Just be great if he could get a little run support as he's getting hit off of there.
As we just give him the announcer's jinx.
I know, right?
3rd hit of the night for Weyburn.
I just Gord Millered him.
Yeah.
Bryker Smith out of Sturgis, Saskatchewan.
Beavers with the leadoff man on. Last couple innings both ways. Teams with the leadoff man on haven't been managed to muster anything out of it. We'll see what happens here.
We're getting to an adventuresome time in this ballpark too, and you notice it right now. Casey Prychek playing first base. He's got to keep the sun out of his eyes.
Sun's in a
too.
tough spot.
Well, yeah, and the clubhouse will generate a shadow between the mound and home plate, which can sometimes make balls a little tougher for hitters to pick up. Oh,
There's
potential
one.
for 2 here. 4, 6, and 3. Did they turn it? Yeah, they did. Oh. Darren Trigg Mapes looking smooth as a bikini wax in that middle infield there with a nice little 4-6-3. That puts beer on sale with the beer batter going out too. That's great.
There we go. You're talking about the hot dog line here. It's quickly going to shift over to the beer line
Oh, yep.
as the bleachers start to empty.
A few of the dads making their way there. Yeah, an 11U minor ball tournament in Swift, so we're kind of packing the park through them getting invited to the game tonight. Great to see a lot of folks here in Mitchell Field. And yep. You got a kid that can play ball, eh?
Yeah, he's not bad.
Playing like Sask
Yeah, he
Select
was.
or something, yeah.
He's U15 AAA this year. He's a first year, but yeah, he was on the Little League World Series Team Canada there 2 years ago. They had a wild year the way that one went. Kids worked hard. Only the second team from Saskatchewan to ever make the Little League World Series. And they the resilience they showed during that tournament. They lost the first 3 games in the round robin, had to win the final 3 to even have a chance at the playoff round. Got a little bit of help the way things shook out in the standings and squeaked their way in. And then they it was kind of one of those things where everything just comes together for you at the right time. But the kids battled all week. They had a great game against great battle against Quebec in the semifinal, beat them 2-1, and then finished it off against the BC team that normally represents Canada, beat them 4-3 in the final.
Called strike 3 and caught looking at that pitch was Muselar, the leadoff hitter, not agreeing with some of the calls that he got from behind the plate and having a few words as he heads to the dugout. But in any event, bottom of the 5th coming up, and still a 1-0 Beavers lead here on Flow Sports. Lewis Ayala leading off for the 57s. Has some backstop fodder. And a 0-1 count. Dylan Parton, 4 innings of work. He's allowed only 1 hit, struck out 4, hasn't walked anyone as of yet. This will be the 15th batter that he's faced. Weyburn Beavers with a 1-0 lead. Riker Ratcliffe, starter for the 57s. You hope that the guys can give the kid some run support because he's had a good start as well. First inning, maybe a few pitches he'd like back, but, I mean, he's given the 57s 5 solid thus far.
Oh. Said he went around.
Strike 3, and that'll take care of Ayala. How about Dylan Parton? That's only his 38th pitch this game.
He's been efficient. And Swift's about every second inning, they've got their leadoff runner on, but then nothing to show for it.
Yeah. No, got to get some situational hitting going here. Yeah, sorry, you were saying?
Oh, no worries. When you're getting 1-2 pitch ground outs, like, well, that I think it was the 3rd inning was about 3 minutes long.
Yeah. Yeah, you talk about efficiency. 40 pitches to go 4 1/3. That's real good. If you ideally, they always say the number you want is 12 pitches per inning. So he's way ahead of that metric right now. Parton is the Texan.
Well, that's always a double-edged sword. Like, you look at the stat sheet, and 12, 14 strikeouts is impressive. But how many pitches you got to throw to get 12 or 14 strikeouts? That's always the catch-22, right?
Yeah, no, and he's been efficient with 4 strikeouts, which 4 strikeouts, 5 now over 4 1/3. Nothing to sneeze at, but he certainly induced his fair share of ground ball outs and a few routine fly balls to center field. Got some help from Noah Brooks in center, making a highlight reel diving catch earlier this game as well. Let's go, Band. Gotta love the organ music. Oh, Bailey sitting on fastball. Drop 3rd strike. And Bailey subsequently tossed out at first. Trig Mapes out of Great Falls, Montana. Shout out to his dad, Ryan, who did the WCBL tour not too long ago. Went and took in a game up in Fort Mac as Mapes hits that deep to center field. Brooks, though, has a fine beat on that bogey, and that'll do it. 44 pitches to get through 5 innings. Dylan Parton and the Weyburn Beavers defense is cooking. Top of the 6th coming up, still a 1-0 Beaver lead here on Flow Sports. Noah Brooks, the center fielder, leading off for the Weyburn Beavers, who are going to go 2-3-4 in their batting order. Brooks, Dauphiny, Mayencourt. Noah stepping in now 0 for 2, striking out once, hitting .301 on the year. Nice little slippery wizard from Riker Ratcliffe just off the plate there as he was trying to paint that outside corner righty on righty. And Didn't get the benefit of the doubt. Trying to work that spot again and just
missing.
Yeah, he's not getting that call. It's close. Could go either way. Goes with the heater, and yeah, it's a quick 3-0 count here.
Brooks 0 for 2, but he's wearing out that center field grass on defense.
Yeah, he's been real good out in center. Highlight reel catch. And
there you go.
takes on 3-0. You know, that's one thing. I think good outfielders in a park like this, because we're not that high up, you kind of, it's that on a rope and sitting on a 3-1 fastball that he hammers into left field. But if you've ever been to a ballpark, and I really, really noticed this when I used to go to the old ballpark in Calgary where the Cannons played out of, the press box there is way up in the air. It would be like 4 stories up. Same thing at the Remax Field in Edmonton. You really get an appreciation for a good center fielder, because here at this perspective, you just kind of see them. They appear to be just running right and left.
Well,
but you really get that added layer of depth when you watch them from high up and see how much ground a good outfielder can really cover.
Right, in Regina, with the stands were a lot higher in Regina where we would sit, and you kind of got that same perspective. And here, it's a nice place to watch, but with the clear sky, you lose the towering fly balls in the...
Yeah, there's been a lot of really, really great outfielders that have played in Swift Current that just, given the sight lines of the ballpark, and don't get me wrong, Swift Current, it's a fun place to watch a ball game. We got a great crowd here tonight on a beautiful evening. The beer's flowing and the burgers are cooked to that Goldilocks realm of just right. But yeah, you don't get the appreciation for a really, really good outfielder who can cover a ton of ground. They look like they're only running 10, 15 yards, but they're going like 30 or 40. 2-0 count here to Ryan Dauphiny. 0 for 1 with a walk. I imagine from here, Dauphiny, he's one of those guys who's going to go to Okotoks for the All-Star game. And I can't imagine he'd go back to Weyburn just to make the trip all the way to Okotoks tomorrow. So some sort of transportation likely involved for the 10 players in this game that are going to hit the All-Star festivities. 3-0 count to Dauphiny. 1-0 Beaver lead. Runner on at second base. Are you swinging at 3-0 here, Nernsey? Oh, Dauphiny is.
I guess you are. Tough play, though.
Yeah, it might land in no man's land here. Someone's got to call for it. And Trig Mapes settles into his glove as Dauphiny flies out to 6, swinging at the 3-0.
He almost got that one to drop into the Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah.
Number 7, Brady Minehart is up to bat.
Main court 0 for 2 thus far. Runner on at second. That's Brooks. Brooks getting to second via that double to left field, that line drive shot that he hit into the corner. Brooks, I would say, is a guy who might try to gallop to third base here. Yeah, 9 bags on the year. Hasn't been caught stealing as of yet. He looks athletically inclined, and he's got that oven mitt on that the kids all wear.
Call me old-fashioned here, but would you bunt?
With 1 out, why not? Especially you could drag it down the first base side. I don't know if Ratcliffe being a righty might make that drag bunt tough, but
does anybody bunt anymore?
You know, small ball, you don't see it as much as you used to.
You certainly don't. And again, old man screams at cloud, but I do miss it a little bit.
Oh, I love a good small ball game, you know? Some smoke and mirrors with runners on, hitting runs and whatnot. That's not going to be playable. Might give an auto body shop some business.
Kids, that ball is still Seventh property, so if you get that into the souvenir shop, you'll get yourself a shiny golden lead.
Main court cleanup hitter in the batting order, hitting .276. He's a guy that hits for power. I remember Joe Carnahan as a player. You know, he's now the coach of the Saskatoon Berries, and he coached in Swift Current for a super long time. But I remember him as a player, and he was a guy that hit tanks, like just power guy at the plate. But he always said he was good for 1 bunt a year. But, yeah, going to walk him. And that'll bring Ian Heck to the plate. But, yeah, you never knew when it was coming. But, yeah, Joe, good for his one bunt a year. Kenny Jinks, alumni player, out to have a chat with Riker Ratcliffe. Kenny Jinks, 3 summers in Swift as a player. Lefty, he could deal. I always figured Kenny could have been a heck of a pro player, and maybe still will be, but beginning his coaching career here, spending a summer in Swift. Dude could strike guys out. Ian Heck has a hit and an RBI. 2 on and only 1 down here. Riker Ratcliffe getting some words of encouragement from Kenny Jinks. Oh, nice breaking ball there. Deals him a slider that hits for strike 1. 0-1 the count. 57s do have a player warming up in the bullpen. Giancarlos Rodriguez warming up. Native of the Bronx. I've never been to the Bronx, but I can't imagine it's that different from Swift Current. Probably not much of a cultural adjustment. Not much of a cultural adjustment at all for Rodriguez. Would be his home 57's debut if he were to get the nod here. Ooh. A few umpires in the stands disagreeing with the assessment of the guy behind the plate there.
Can we take a lifeline and poll the crowd?
Right. That's Ratcliffe's 100th pitch of the game. Strike 3, got him. Didn't get the benefit of the doubt on the pitch before that, but went and dealt a nice pitch there to take care of the hitter. Heck.
Number 6, third baseman Trevor Dale.
Trevor Dale to the plate now with 2 out and 2 on. Top of the 6th inning, swinging strike. Ratcliffe over 100 pitches now. And I know the 57s, Rudy Estrella and Kenny Jinks, coaching staff, really would love it if this young man could get through this inning here. Take care of business. 2 on, 2 out.
He's battling in there. It's not always all sunshine and rainbows.
He's been good. 5 2/3. He's allowed 4 hits, only 1 earned run, struck out 4. Walked 3.
Ground ball here would be nice.
Swing and strike. That'll work too. 1 and 2 the count with 2 down. Crowd trying to clap this guy out here. The 1-2. Oh, down and away. On pitch number 105 from Ratcliffe. Deuce is wild now, the 2-2. Jammed him. Low velocity ground ball. Rydell Adair gobbles that up and makes the play at first, and that'll do it. The Beavers will strand a couple and not score any. Riker Ratcliffe, I imagine that'll be the end of his night, throwing 106 pitches through 6 innings. Only 1 earned run. And that 1 earned run, the only run we've seen thus far. 1-0 Beavers, bottom of 6, straight ahead here on Flow Sports. All right. Look at this shot here. You can see like that bluish hue of barbecue smoke, eh? That's good.
And you can smell it. Smells good.
Oh, it smells delicious. But yeah, if you're the CEO of a company and you're here checking out a game with a human resources director that maybe you shouldn't be with and you want to cuddle with them, that thick layer of barbecue smoke will kind of provide you a shield from being seen by everyone. We're a CEO-friendly ballpark here at Mitchell Field. Braxton Vale gets underneath that, just misses on a big swing, and that could be trouble as,
It drops in.
And he, look at that, gallops into second base. Some good heads-up base running by Vale as well. 57s need a break. Maybe that's it.
Leadoff guy on. Leadoff, I guess they probably give him a double. Leadoff double. Excuse me, double.
Well, yeah. Did anybody touch that? If no one touches it, then I don't really know who you give the error to.
They put a hit up on the board. There's only Swift's second hit of the game, but again, hate to jinx them again, but they're in business here in the sixth.
Well, they'll take it, and Dylan Parton has been dealing for the Weyburn Beavers. That was only his 47th pitch of the ball game through 5 innings of work. Only the second hit he's allowed. He hasn't walked anybody yet.
So
struck out 6.
So with hits coming at a premium for Swift, would you bunt?
You're aching for some small ball.
Old man continues to yell at crowd.
Yeah.
At Cloud.
I you know what, Silas? He's a speedy guy too. The guy up here now. Yeah. Why not? Why not try and drop it and move that runner to third? They haven't tried it yet. We're not sure of the acumen of Parton in fielding a bunt. Foul ball into the backstop. 1-1 the count with nobody out here. And yeah, it looks like he's going to swing away here. You're not getting your small ball this time around, man. Rydell Adair on deck. Swinging strike. Dylan Parton on the mound for Weyburn, just looking cooler than the other side of the pillow tonight.
You mentioned earlier the shadows there. They look like they're getting tough. You can see them just at the edge of the pitcher's mound, then the ball goes back into the sun, and then dark again right before just before the batter's box.
Yeah, it is a.
Uh-oh.
Every ballpark's unique, right? And that's one of the features of this one. Yeah, you get to this time of the night and the long shadows.
Neat.
Nope. Ground ball, hit to third, 5-3 put out. Vale held at second. Great job by Dale, the athletically inclined third baseman. Field that ground ball, look the runner, keep him put. I think your bunt's coming, Nernsey. Well, Adair, he's the type of player that, I think would, like, getting a bunt down isn't as easy as people think it is, right?
No, certainly not.
And I think he's the guy to do it, and then you move that runner to third, and then you have faith in Wilmer Enriquez, who's a potent bat after that. Nope. Incoming. Swift Current youth battling it out for that foul ball, Hunger Games style. Keeping an eye on the infielder, Braxton Vale. Or the infielders keeping an eye on Vale. Ground ball.
Just as good as a bunt.
Yep. Runner advances to third. Adair grounding out via the 4-3, but tying run just a few feet away. Enriquez, 21 runs batted in this year, 8 home runs. And the third time he's seen this pitcher. Are we ready for the floodgates to open? The table's set here. This is one of those big moments in a ball game right now.
0 for 2, but two long outs.
Yeah, he's put Lumber to baseball a couple times tonight, just missing. Called strike, 1-1. Two down here in the bottom of the 6th.
Ooh.
Swings himself out of his shoes almost. Was he in a bad way? Did that one go off his ankle?
Well, sending Vale back to third base. He must have fouled it off.
Yeah. Enriquez doubled over at the plate right now. And they're seeing if Enriquez, if he can put some weight on that right foot. And hopefully he's able to go. And yeah, it looks like he's feeling okay about things.
Rub some dirt on it, go for a walk.
Yep. One and two the count, 2 away, runner on at third.
The nice thing about baseball is the farther you hit the ball, the slower you need to run.
Right?
So if you foul one off your ankle and you're limping.
Just hit it real far now. 1-2.
There we go. Called it.
Wilmer Enriquez now tied for the league lead in bombs. And with one swing of the bat, the Swift Current 57s go up 1 on Wilmer's 9th. Whammo!
No announcers jinx that time. Right over the Flamin Fitness sign.
Yeah, that's the opposite of the announcer's jinx right there. Wilmer limping home. You don't need to be too mobile when you hit a 350-foot tank to left field. Well, that changes things up a little bit.
Certainly. Certainly does.
Dylan Parton, who's been pretty spotless thus far, touched up a little bit by Wilmer Enriquez with his 9th nuke of the year. Jose Ayala now. We'll try and keep the momentum going here. And Swift goes up 1 here in the bottom of the 6th. Ayala, trying to follow it up with back-to-back tanks. Big cut with cruel intentions.
High heat, tough to catch up to that. Ooh.
And then follows it up with that breaking
Drops
ball.
it in.
Yeah. Just a bit inside, but I like that pitch. Especially lefty on righty. That's a good pitch there, just inside. Casey Prychek on deck. The 2-1. Deuce is wild now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 down. Two-two pitch. Inside. Good job by Ayala to not chase after that offering out of the zone. Full count now with 2 away. Third time through the order. Have the 57s figured out Dylan Parton?
No action in the Weyburn bullpen yet.
Yeah, Parton touched up for that home run, but still only 60 pitches, and the third baseman, Dale, makes that look easy for the 5-3 putout, but the 57s get on the board. A 2-run home run from Wilmer Enriquez. 2 runs on 2 hits, no Beaver errors, and none left on. 2-1 Swift heading to the top of the 7th here on Flow Sports.
After the bottom of the 6, your stat line.
'57's going to the bullpen and bringing in right-hander Giancarlos Rodriguez out of the Bronx. This will be his 3rd appearance of the year. 2 innings of work. He's allowed 1 hit, no earned runs on his watch. He struck out 1 and still has a spotless earned run average. Riker Ratcliffe, you touched on it. He's had a good outing. 6 innings of work, 4 hits, only 1 earned run. Struck out 4 and walked 3.
Bumpy first inning for Riker, settled in nicely in 2, 3, 4, and 5. Battled his way through the 6th. Yeah, only 4 hits to speak of, 1 run.
Quality start. Yep, quality start. And the 57s that, he gave them every opportunity to win this one. 57s with that lead. Rodriguez, excited to see this young man. This is his first start at home. 57s getting him in just before the league roster deadline, the native of the Bronx, pardon me. Heard he throws hard, and judging by his warm-up pitches, sure looks like it. Rodriguez just finishing up his freshman year at school. Looks like his assignment is going to be the bottom 3rd of Weyburn's batting order to get going here. Tanabe, Malzewski, and Smith, 7, 8, 9.
Now batting for the Beavers, number 9, the shortstop, Zach Kennedy.
So Weyburn hasn't really played much from behind much this game, if at all. They haven't trailed at all, so they got that 1 run in the first, nothing doing since, and now trail 2-1. So Zach Tanabe will try and get the offensive ball rolling here, the native of Hawaii. 0 for 2 thus far. His first time facing Rodriguez. First pitch fastball just above the belt. My internal radar gun isn't as sharp as it used to be, but this kid looks as though he's dealing upper 80s. 2-0 as he tries to find the sweet spot here. Shadows at the ballpark here, changing inning by inning.
They seem to even themselves out here. The skyscrapers in Swift don't block the sun all that well.
That, the big downtown, the Swift Current skyline, very picturesque. Oh, 3-0 fastball finds the zone. Three and 1 count. Is that playable? No, just off the roof of the snack shack. Look at all these kids running after foul balls here. Competition for that loony is fierce.
It's got to be a tough sun for the right side of the infield, though, right now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, pickoff moves can be an adventure this time of night. You got to be extra careful.
Back it
Fly
up.
ball, center field, Ayala. Back, and makes the catch for the first out of the top of the 7th.
Now batting for the Beavers, number
One step in and 15 back for Ayala. Hauls it in easily.
Yeah, good read on that. Yeah, Ayala's been a fixture in center field. Silas Hilton in left field has played center at times as well. And Braxton Vale in right. There's a lot of mobility in that outfield. Luke Malzewski, native of Seattle, Washington, which has triggered a few conversations about Seattle tonight. Tunnels of Seattle, Pike Place Fish Market, and Ken Griffey Jr. stories.
Have you been on the, what's the big wheel called?
Haven't been on the Ferris
You
wheel
haven't been
there.
on the
No,
wheel?
no.
Oh, you got to go on the wheel.
Been to a couple Mariners games. The hat that I'm wearing tonight's actually from the ballpark there. Bloop shot, right field, and Braxton Vale is there to make the catch for out number 2 with the sun in his eyes. Able to negotiate with the elements.
After 2 back-to-back pop flies, we have ourselves the beer guide of the game, number 19, Riker Smith. If he gets out of any point,
Riker Smith out of Sturgis, Saskatchewan.
2 for $11.
You ever been to Sturgis?
I haven't, but that's kind of my neck of the woods.
Bucket list item, get to Sturgis. Now, there's Sturgis, South Dakota, where there's a big bikers rally. This is Sturgis, Saskatchewan. I don't know if there's any giant motorcycle rallies there, per se.
ATV and snowmobile derbies, maybe.
Yeah. Oh. Snowmobile poker derby is always a fun time. Ground ball, huh? The Sturgis native is going to hammer one in the 5-6 gap. Good job by Breaker Smith to get himself on base with 2 out. Top of the order now. And Ryan Muselar.
The Beavers, left fielder number 4, Ryan Uzalar.
0 for 2 with a run scored. He's also walked tonight. Top of the order for the mighty Beavers. Oh, the old check swing bunt. Nice to see Wilmer Enriquez playing third base for the 57s. He had that foul ball off his ankle that required a little bit of delay, but doesn't look to be showing any ill effects, just something that needed to get walked off.
Well, it's funny how much hitting a 2-run home run will really, really fix what ails you.
Right? Yeah, the morale-boosting 2-1 shot. Everything felt better after that.
Ooh.
9th home run of the year. Wilmer's going to have a date tomorrow night in Okotoks, part of the home run derby festivities, representing the 57s and the WCBL Eastern team. Nope. Foul ball right into your living room.
We only ever had one come in the booth in Regina, but it was with the old fences that were, remember how low those were?
Yep.
The old backstop. And it was kind of, it had to be the perfect storm for it to happen the way the angles played out. But they redid it all. They got a bunch of money, I think, from the year they hosted the summer games there and put up netting and really did some nice work there at Curry Field.
Was it at a one hopper or was it like straight back?
No, it was straight in. I don't know. It really caused some chaos, yeah.
Yeah, coming in hot.
The scary part is it disappears for about 3 seconds and then it's right in your lap.
Yep. I always like Curry Field in Regina, going to games there. Just there's that big hill in right field, so the right field wall like juts in. So
it's the old garbage dump.
Well, yeah, you're 325 in left, but then you're like 290.
I think it's
right.
295. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they took the big screen down, but I guess I don't think there was many balls hit out that way anyway.
No, not a ton. Not as many as you'd think. And then the outfield was a little bit wonky too, if I recall. Like not a flat surface. It was a little hilly, you know. Like
yeah, it was crooked. It was high and left, and then, or how did that work again? Maybe it was high and center, and if you're running towards left field, it was down. You're running downhill.
Yeah.
We played when I played senior ball. We played there every now and then, and it was a little tricky to navigate the outfield there.
Yeah. Yeah, every ballpark has its own little idiosyncrasies and such. 2-2 pitch. Fouled off. Should go to a game in Brooks. So Elks Field in Brooks, and they don't have it marked, but you guesstimate that it's about 290 in the corners.
Is that the one where they had like 60 runs last year,
yeah,
whatever that was?
Yeah, there was like a 35-27 game there. Because the wind was blowing straight out.
Right.
Like it was a windy day, like straight out to center on a tiny field. So and two teams that could hit, like two teams that had some studs.
With 70K winds blowing out.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. So yeah, it was like a 4.5 hour long game with 60 runs between the two teams. Yeah, oh yeah. That's a cool one. I like Medicine Hat's field too. They're a little bit different. 350 in the corners, but 380 to straightaway center. As John Carlos Rodriguez catches Muselar looking. And Muselar not agreeing with that assessment. One is left on. We will stretch. 2-1, the 57s lead it here on Flow Sports heading to the bottom of the 7th.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I didn't hear you singing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game," Nernsey. That used to be your specialty back in the day in Regina. That was part of the experience.
We did have an obligation to put on a show for the folks. So
I always look forward to that in Regina, and you leaned into it as well.
I'm not even really sure how that got started. I think we were just goofing around one day, and then people kind of thought it was funny, so we just kept going with it. And then,
you must have done it once, and then you guys won off it, so it's like, well, now it's got to be a thing.
Yeah, maybe that's what it was. I honestly, I don't remember how that got started, and then people just seemed to like it, and we were just...
Because 7th inning stretch, you used to do Take Me Out to the Ball Game. And, I mean, I don't think I'm insulting you or telling you anything you didn't already know to say that you're not Pavarotti.
Well, part of the idea was that it was supposed to mimic Harry Carey, and everybody is like, "Oh, that's so awful." Well, have you ever seen, gone back and look at old videos? That's the part people miss of the story is old videos of Harry Carey when he used to sing it for the Cubs.
Yeah, and you leaned into it like you almost didn't need a microphone.
Yeah, people pay their $20 to get in. You're obligated to give them a show. That was kind of the mindset we had then.
You projected from the soul. Yeah. 2-1, the 57s lead it here in the bottom of the 7th. 2-run home run from Wilmer Enriquez is the big factor in this one. 57's only with 3 hits off Dylan Parton. What's his pitch count at right now? Only 63, so.
Wow.
Yeah. High heat. Yeah, 64 pitches. So 62 to get through 6 innings. He's got some ground ball outs tonight, and along the way, the drop third strike, and that's going to be a base runner. Struck out 6 along the way.
A long strike ball gets Krychak the first and brings it to the mound. Number 8, the catcher, Luis Ayala.
Luis Ayala, Panama City, Panama.
Goes into the scorebook as a strikeout, but still, anytime you can get the leadoff runner on, I don't think you're going to complain about it too much.
Well, exactly, yeah. I mean, by any means necessary, especially in a game like this.
Yeah, hits have been at a premium, 2-1 score.
Yep. Oh, we're still not going to see your bunt there.
Bring that ball to yourself a lead from Brewers Auditor Corner Group at the Souvenir Booth, kids.
I keep hoping for it. Hit and run, some small ball. Ground ball. Potential for double play here, 6-4 and 3. The Beavs turn 2. And that'll change the complexion of things here in the bottom of the 7th. 2 down.
Number 7, or number 31, the designated hitter, Ethan Bailey.
Swift Currents, Ethan Bailey.
Oh, looks like the second baseman's in some discomfort. I didn't see what happened there.
Yeah, maybe.
Tough slide? I didn't think so.
Yeah, I didn't catch that either. If it was a tough slide, maybe just tweaked something on as he was pivoting to make the throw. It was a low velocity ground ball, but I don't really think that Krychak was.
I don't think he had much of a chance to even break it up, but I could be wrong.
Yeah. We're okay.
He's got some dirt on it, going for a walk.
This musical selection right now is a little sus. Like, really?
There's no way Bailey picked this for his walk-up song.
No, he definitely didn't. But, I mean, hey, maybe got to spin some love songs. Might have a few CEOs in attendance with the HR directors feeling some love tonight. Who knows? We're going to milk that joke hard. Oh, nice play at short there. Good job by Tanabe to put together the 6-3 putout. 7 innings in the books. Top of 8th on the way. 2-1. Swift leads it here on Flow Sports. All right, the Weyburn Beavers trailing by 1 here in the top of the 8th. It's a 2-1 Swift Current 57's lead. Giancarlo Rodriguez, 1 inning of work. He allowed 1 hit, struck out 1 of the 4 batters that he faced. He's throwing some gas tonight, and deals a strike to his first batter face, Noah Brooks. Top of the 8th. Twilight innings of this contest. The Beavers are at the 2-3-4 spot in their batting order as Brooks laces that one foul. Top of the 8th. 2-1 57's lead. Nice cool breeze here. Cool breeze after a hot day. Gotta love how that feels. This game about an hour and 40 minutes long thus far. Rodriguez, breaking ball and swatted at by Brooks. Letter high offering. 1-2 the count. '57's warming up Jorge Mazzaleon in their bullpen. Weyburn Beavers, I would think that they're going to keep riding Dylan Parton. Hasn't even thrown 70 pitches tonight, so why not let him go? Strike 3, got him. Rodriguez, no shortage of passion when he strikes a guy out, real animated. Ryan Dauphiny 0 for 2 with a walk. 335 on the year. Nice breaking ball. Rodriguez after striking out Brooks. And he had that strikeout to end the inning previous, so back-to-back strikeouts spread over 2 innings. Really throwing with some confidence now.
That last at bat to Brooks was one of the longer ones we've seen tonight. Both pitchers on both sides working fairly efficiently.
Yeah, we haven't had those, haven't really had any of those 7-8 pitch war of attritions, It's a good observation, yeah. The 0-2. Oh. That could be trouble. Yeah, that's a fair ball down the first base line, and it's going to be multiple bases for Ryan Dauphiny. Braxton Vale fishes that out of the corner of Mitchell Field, but Dauphiny doubles.
Good 2-strike hitting, slap it down the first base line into the corner for a 1-out double.
Yeah. This ain't Ryan Dauphiny's first rodeo, the guy on at second base. He's headed to the All-Star game in Okotoks. I believe this is his 4th summer in Weyburn, so. Something keeps him coming back to Weyburn.
It's got to be the KFC buffet.
Oh, legendary. Honestly, I've never been.
Really?
The KFC buffet, yeah, just for whatever reason, it's never worked out.
They took it away, and there was so much blowback from the people in the area that they brought it back.
Yeah.
KFC. They were some kind of upset.
Oh, and they're like world renowned for it too, because like the KFC buffet, I guess it used to be a rather common thing amongst KFCs, and I think Weyburn's like the last place in North America that still has it.
Yeah, I think they're the only place left that still has it.
Ground ball. Oh, hits that in the 5-6 gap. And yeah, the Weyburn Beavers putting a couple hits together here. 1-out shot with a runner on. Advances the runner to third base. And Brendan Mayencourt delivers. And now Ian Heck to the plate. With the tying run just a few feet away. And Kenny Jenks, 57's pitching coach, is going to summon the infield for a little bit of strategizing here. Swift Current warming up Chase Cummins in their bullpen now. Right-handed pitcher with that submarine delivery. Well, this is a big situation here, man. I mean, you get runners on the corners. 2-1 ball game, 8th inning. Ian Heck, who hits at a 306 rate.
Double into the gap, really turn it around.
Yeah. Well, Rodriguez was cruising with back-to-back strikeouts, and then Ryan Dauphiny, good veteran at bat, yeah, with that double. Nope. Hold up, we got to get the umpire in position here.
He smelled those burgers. He was trying to go get one.
Yeah. Can we keep this timeout going a little bit longer? I don't know, maybe.
You know, and I think we talked about this years ago, and like the Western Hockey League was always renowned for the mini donuts in Regina,
yes,
and the media buffet in Calgary.
Oh,
those were well known around the league. Like other than the Weyburn KFC buffet, there's got to be other places in this league that are.
You know, one spot that I used to really, really enjoy, and unfortunately this market doesn't have a team anymore. Burgers at the Waverly Hotel in Melville.
Oh, yes.
Yes. You ever do those?
Yeah,
after
SAS junior games, yeah, we'd stop in there every once in a while.
Yeah, it was a treat to go to Melville. And the Waverly Hotel had since burned down. But these burgers, like the patty itself was like 9 inches in diameter. Oh.
It's a rare occasion that you can boldly say it's been a treat to go to Melville.
Melville.
But the Waverly Hotel was one of the few bright spots.
Melville was wild. It was, and I don't mean this necessarily in a derogatory way, but it was the place that time forgot. Strike three, big strikeout for Giancarlo Rodriguez there. That's huge, taking care of Ian Heck. 57's not out of the woods yet with that tying run still 90 feet away, but like I remember going to games in Melville, and they haven't, I think they shut her down in the league. I believe it was just prior to the 2017-2018 season. So I remember going to games there in 2016, and in the scorekeeper's booth, like where we are, then they're all smoking cigarettes up there. They're smoking cigarettes, having the ashtray.
Well, I remember you saying they still had the keys, the physical keys for the hotel rooms.
Yeah, like I got my hotel room key was an actual key, and they had the beer gardens. You can only drink beer in the beer gardens. You can smoke cigarettes wherever the hell you want, but you can only drink beer in that fenced-off area. Yeah, Melville. Oh, man. You know what? It was character, though, and I miss Melville in the league. I do.
No, the hockey fans down there, too, they were passionate, and I could tell you a pile of stories about reffing games in the old Melville Stadium. We can't tell them on air, of course, but,
yeah,
you know, there's certainly a lot of memories there.
Well, let's see if Weyburn, if they can put something together, as Rodriguez loses his cap. Trevor Dale at the plate now. He hits it at 295 rate. Runners on the corners. The Beavers trail by 1. Can Dale tie this ball game?
Nope.
Oh, the slippery wizard from Giancarlo Rodriguez.
He's fired up.
Oh. Yelling at their dugout. Ooh, don't give these guys any more motivation. I don't know about that, but you know what? Hey, whatever. He comes up with a big strikeout, runners on the corners, keeping the Beavers off the board. Bottom of the 8th coming up. Swift will try and get some insurance. It's 2-1-57s here on Flow Sports. All right. 57's looking for a little insurance here in the bottom of the 8th. It's a 2-1 lead. Trig Mapes leading off. 8-9-1 due up for the 57s. Mapes, Vale, and Hilton, barring any substitutions. Dylan Parton continuing to deal for the Weyburn Beavers. That was pitch number 69 of the game for Parton.
So I was bang on. We were talking off air there. Parton might get through this one under 100 pitches. Complete game under 100 pitches.
Well, it's doable at this point. There's creatures starting to stir in Weyburn's bullpen, but I mean, Parton's been pretty spot on tonight. He'd like one pitch against Wilmer Enriquez back, then ended up being a 2-run tank as Trig Mapes fouls that off. But Parton, 7 innings of work, only 3 hits, 2 runs, 7 strikeouts, hasn't walked anybody yet. And, you know, for Weyburn, like, this is a huge start for him as well, the fact that he's been able to gobble up so many innings, because you have that grueling schedule, that 56-game sched. And
doubleheader yesterday.
Exactly. You need, like, as many bodies as you can to help get you through this. So.
But you mentioned it, a big part of his success today, no walks.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he's been efficient. He's induced ground balls. And there's something really seductive about his fastball today, too. Like you've seen a couple times where 57's hitters, he tried it again that time, and Mapes held off. But, yeah, the letter-high fastball. And I've watched Swift Current all year. They don't traditionally chase after that, but something about the way it's coming out of that left hand of his that just makes them want to chase out of the zone right around the letters. Full count pitch here to Trig Mapes.
Struck him out.
Got him. Strikeout number 8. And one down here. That'll bring Braxton Vale. Go ahead.
Parton survives the announcer's jinx. You're talking about no walks.
Right.
I just thought of that when he let that go. When was the last time you saw somebody throw a complete game under 100 pitches not named Greg Maddox?
Right? In this league, it's been a minute. I mean, every now and then, I guess because sometimes in a doubleheader where you're only going 7 innings,
suppose, yeah.
you see that.
Factor that out.
Yep, you see that sometimes. But, yeah, a complete 9-inning game under 100 pitches doesn't happen every day. And, yeah, you kind of feel for this young man, Parton, right now. He's certainly pitched well enough to win this one. He's down. His team is down. That's a great pitch there, lefty on lefty, too, eh? 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Vale. Oh, goes Oppo. Oh, a little heartbreaker from Ryan Muselar in left field.
That was starting to tail hard towards the foul line there. Muselar a couple steps in, and then that ball was taking a hard right turn. He had to.
Yeah, he had
to be sharp.
Yeah. Yeah, that one took a few turns on him, and just the English off the bat there and the way that spun, it could have handcuffed him, but he did a good job negotiating the curve on that. And out number 2. Top of the order in Silas Hilton. Oh, well, there's your bunt with nobody on. 1-3, and that'll do it for the 57s. Well, top of the 9th coming up. Will 1 be enough for Giancarlo Rodriguez and the Swift Current 57s? 2-1 they lead. Top of 9th straight ahead here on Flow Sports. Well, last chance for the Weyburn Beavers. This game just under 2 hours old. Top of the 9th inning, 2-1 the score. Good thing nobody's getting paid by the hour. Giancarlo Rodriguez back to deal for the 57s. Rodriguez, 2 innings. He's allowed 3 hits, 4 strikeouts, hasn't walked anyone. He's faced 9. 7, 8, 9 in Weyburn's batting order. Tanabe, Malzewski, and Breaker Smith due up, barring any substitutions. Malzewski is on deck. 1-1 the count.
Yeah, we've been cruising. Like I didn't see when first pitch actually was, but scheduled for 7:05. We're under 2 hours so far.
Right. Oh. Like that pitch from Rodriguez, but the hitter doing a good job of selling that it was inside, eh? Fastball down and away. Lights on at Mitchell Field. Hitters count to Tanabe, 3-1. First walk issued by Rodriguez. 4th walk surrendered by 57's pitching. And Rudy Estrella makes his way out to the mound, and I think that that's going to be the evening for Rodriguez, as it looks like Chase Cummings is making his way to the mound from the bullpen. So Rodriguez, 44 pitches, 2 innings of work, 3 hits. No runs on his watch, but he's on the hook for the runner on at first base. Struck out 4 and walked 1. Coming in to pitch is Cummins. This will be his 13th appearance of the year. 17 strikeouts in 19 and 2/3 innings of work, 8.69 earned run average. The angle of delivery a little bit new for Weyburn.
This will be a different look for the Weyburn hitters. The Californian Submariner comes in with none out, inherits a runner on first.
Yeah. Chase Submarine Cummins as he's introduced. Well, ground ball out would be great right about now with that runner on at first. Nobody out top of the 9th. Cummins trying to lock this one down for the hometown 57s. Swift Current in pursuit of their 9th win of the year. They're a game and a half back of the Weyburn Beavers. Swift eight games back of the Moose Jaw Miller Express for that final playoff spot in the WCBL East. So they got to start winning a lot if the postseason's going to be a reality here in Swift Current. And Weyburn's one of the teams that they're going to have to leapfrog over to get there. First pitch strike from Cummins. Malzewski, 1 for 3 tonight. Runner in motion. Oh, the hit and run on.
We might get some small ball yet, Swites.
I was just going to say, there's some of that small ball that we've been hoping for. Yeah, Weyburn's going to have to pull out all the stops here.
Well, if you're going to do it, this is the time to do it.
Well, yeah.
3 outs left. Leadoff man on. You want something productive here.
Well, yeah, and bottom of the order as well. You know, let's try and get some runners on and set the table for the big dogs here. Slammed into the backstop.
Tough to lay down a bunt with 2 strikes, but hit and run, not a bad option.
Yeah, they tried to pull that out of their bag of tricks a few pitches ago.
Seems like a lot of room in left center there.
Yeah, you're right. They're
Interesting with a right-handed hitter.
yeah, almost anticipating this guy going oppo. Oh,
I liked it. I don't know.
yep.
I'm going to agree with the 57's faithful here.
Yeah, that one, that pitch looked good.
Different look for the umpires maybe
Yeah.
too.
Tap your head, Chase. The 1-2. Oh, fouled off. Yeah, Malzewski knows he's not going to get the benefit of the doubt twice on that pitch right down the middle. One-two count.
There it is.
Oh,
Didn't give it to him.
Cummins' first action since Wednesday night when the 57s were in Weyburn. Worked an inning of that game, that 2-1 57s win. Walked one and struck out one on that evening. 2-2 count, 57s going with the black unis with the orange trim. Oh, potential for two here. 4, 6, and 3. Call that the ideal scenario for the hometown fans.
Yeah, no kidding. That'll help your cause. Routine ground ball to second. 4-6-3. Quickly, 2 outs in the inning.
Breaker Smith, the last hope for the Weyburn Beavers here.
Ladies and gentlemen, up the bat is our beer batter, number 19, Breaker Smith. He gets out, here's 2 for 11.
Well, pitch low and away, righty on righty here. Breaker Smith, the pride of Sturgis, Saskatchewan. And they have much to be proud of in Sturgis. 1-0 count. This one's going to be tough. Trig Mapes. Throw not in time, a one-hopper to the first baseman, and now we're at the top of the order, Nernsey.
Tough to play small ball with 2 out, but you never know. That's a tough play for Mapes in the hole like that.
Yeah, you know, you got to turn your body and make a hard throw all the way across the diamond. And pinch runner over at first as Chet McDaniel comes in to run.
Number 2 is coming in a pinch runner for number 19, Breaker Smith. Pinch runner is Chet McDaniel.
So pinch runner at first. Leadoff hitter at the plate. Muselar. Line shot. Oh. And that skates through the infield. Ooh. Base hit ties it, Nernsey.
They're nickel and diming him to death. That's just some tough luck there.
Yep. Yeah, they're not pounding the ball, but and I mean it's a tough play to make too, kind of that low velocity shot right up the middle. Noah Brooks out of Langley, 1 for 4, has struck out twice, 304 batting average on the year, so
Clap your hands, fans.
batting average over 300. 2 for 5 kind of seems par for the course if you got that kind of an average, you know what I mean? So this young man might be due.
2 on, 2 out. We're a long ways from over in a 1-run ball game.
Yeah, well, base hit scores that runner from second. Little bit of a breeze. First pitch strike from Cummins. Crowd's into it.
You want to see the submariner sink the final battleship here.
Oh, love that metaphor. Oh, up and away. 1-1. I love this point in the game, you know. I'm a 57s homer, but I love this, you know. Every pitch could be the last. Maybe we'll get a bottom of the ninth. 1-1. Ooh. Big cut with cruel intentions.
Two strikes, even slap one the other way, you might get the runner in from second.
Oh, yeah, base hit scores him. No. I mean, if you one-hop the left fielder, might have a play there to hold him at third, but deuce is wild. 2-2.
Might have dropped it in just below the knees.
About 400 umpires in the stands called strike 3 there, man. And Cummins, he wanted that one. Full count. 3-2, 2 away. Ground ball. Mapes, 6-3, put out, and that'll do it. The Beavers strand a couple. And the Swift Current 57s are able to lock it down in the top of the ninth. Wilmer Enriquez with a 2-run tank. The difference in a 2-1 victory. And it's party time in Swift. Well, that was a fun one, eh?
That was a lot of fun. We're going to have to do this again sometime.
Hey, next time you're through, we got a headset for you, amigo.
You betcha.
No, don't be a stranger. Pleasure having you here. You know, good to reminisce of days gone by. And, yeah, you know, you're never sure what you're going to get between Swift and Weyburn. The last time these two teams met in Swift Current, I think the score was 24-14. So, yeah, a 2-1 pitchers matchup. And, yeah, let's talk about that. Kind of feel for Dylan Parton going the complete game for the Weyburn Beavers in a loss.
Well, I was just going to say, I hate to say this on the hometown broadcast, but 9 hits for the Beavers, only 1 run to show for it.
Yeah.
And they you got to think that they deserved a better fate than that tonight.
Well, you know, good teams find ways to win, and the 57s, you know, still a ways out of a playoff spot, but they find a way, despite only getting 3 hits tonight, to squeeze out a 2-1 victory. Well, that'll do it from Mitchell Field and Swift Current. Good start from Riker Ratcliffe. Giancarlo Rodriguez comes in middle relief and locked down by Chase Cummins. All-Star break tomorrow as the All-Stars head to Okotoks, and we're back Sunday at 4 o'clock with the Brooks Bombers in town. All right, thanks, Nernsey.
Thanks, buddy.
On behalf of color analyst Derek Nurnberg, Ryan Schweitzer saying good night from Swift Current.